Hello friends, how are we? Okay, so I'm gonna wait for just a few minutes and then we'll get started. But I hope everyone is having a good Wednesday. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and post my shopping link right here in the comments. So everything you're about to see is gonna be available right there on RheaHopeBeauty.com. And then if you haven't yet, you can actually turn on the live notifications up here in your right-hand corner. You can turn on live notifications. That way you'll be alerted when I go live. Facebook will send you a little notification. I also do have, thank you, I also do have a, sure.
Okay, sure.
Oh, no, you don't have to. I also do have a, what was I going to say? Oh, a texting subscribe service thing. It's super easy to do. All you have to text is Rhea Hope to the phone number 25456. So you'll text Rhea Hope to 25456 and that's how you can opt in. And then we have a new little addition to the family. He's okay. Hi. This is Clover. She's like, get me out of here. I want to go sleep. She is 6 weeks old, we think, right? 6 weeks. She was an adoption yesterday. And she is so precious. We are obsessed with her. And she has the coolest little markings. She's like, why'd you wake me up? Why'd you wake me up for that? Hi guys, yes, I'm super excited for an orange eye. If you have blue eyes, it's really gonna be pretty on you because it'll make your eyes pop. Pop. And then I'm actually gonna go live after this to do my hair. We're gonna do that cute little top knot that I did yesterday. So I'll do that live with you guys after our makeup. I know, right? Isn't she so cute? We're seriously obsessed. So obsessed. So yeah, if you haven't done so yet, if you could click that share button in your bottom right hand corner, that helps me out so much. And if you guys have any questions, let me know while we go, but I'm just gonna dive on in. So on my skin right now, and it's kind of really important, especially if you want your makeup to last all day, look full coverage, look flawless, blur your pores, blur fine lines. It literally does so much. My pre-makeup routine, a lot of you guys have used it and given me really great feedback on how much you love the pre-makeup routine. So what it is 2 products. So before, in the morning, I'll wash my face. I'm a little bit dry from my sunburn, so I've been spritzing my face with my rose water when I wake up. And then I go in with my Touch Behold setting spray. I spray this all over my face after my rose water has dried. And then I go in with the Mattifying face primer. And I apply this all over my face, my eyes, my lips, everywhere, and I leave this on for about 3 to 5 minutes. And you want to kind of push it into those areas that you have fine lines, like underneath, crow's feet, forehead. Kind of press that primer in is really going to help. So this is incredible for blurring pores, blurring fine lines. What's really cool about our mattifying face primer, a lot of mattifying face primers on the market are really drying. So typically normal to oily skin is best for mattifying, but this one by Unique does not have that drying effect. It is so silky soft. It's literally like silk when it goes on. It feels so good. Even if you have mature skin or dry skin, you can still utilize the mattifying face primer. It's so good. So I apply that on my face. I let that dry. And then I go in with my setting spray one last time and I spray it all over my face again. And this is going to set the primer. So it's kind of like set, set, set. So triple set. So we're really holding in all of our oils, all of our dryness. We're repelling any of the outside world. So it's going to really make your makeup look that much more fuller coverage and last even longer. With the contour kit, I don't have the contour kit to be honest. So no, but I will be doing, I think tomorrow I'll do a stick, a stick foundation tutorial with the contour. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. I know, right? My dark circles have vanished. Isn't that amazing? Oh man, I love our skincare. Yes, the rose water is coming back. It's just not back in stock. It might be repackaged. Sometimes if something doesn't have a restock date and it's not being discontinued, they sometimes just repackage things to make everything line up. The mattifying face primer is legit. So good. So good. And exactly, you have dry skin. I've been hearing from a lot of my customers that, hey, I have dry skin, but I love the mattifying face primer, just FYI. So that's why I'm like really telling you that the mattifying face primer is good for all skin types. Because it can be kind of like a, like a myth that mattifying face primers can't be used on dry skin. That's not true. Some can't, but this one can. Thank you. Our skincare, I'm telling you, I'm having like a little bit of breakout around my chin as always, but I really love our skincare. It's so good. So good. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. So today I'm going to use my Liquid Touch foundation for today's coverage in the shade Lace, and I'm going to apply it on my powder concealer brush. You can use this brush to apply it, or you can use the kabuki brush. You can use your fingers. You can use the blending buds. When I say your fingers, I just mean to dot it on your face and then blend it in with the blending buds. I don't recommend to like apply with your hands. So we're going to just use the Liquid Touch foundation and we're going to pop this all over. And this is one of my absolute favorite foundations because of how full coverage and how quickly you're going to achieve that full coverage. I also really like it because it's not super heavy. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing a mask or a ton of makeup. It looks super soft on my skin. I also really love it because it goes on liquid and dries into a powder finish. So it's really great for my ladies balling on a budget because you get that kind of like the 2-for-1. However, I do recommend everyone to set it. It just will look better, to be blunt. It looks better. It stays in place better. Honestly, it's just better. So definitely make sure you're setting it with the pressed powder, which I will show you guys how to do here in a second. But you guys, that was 3 drops and that covers my entire face and already takes away any redness, evens out my complexion, hides any discoloration on my skin, any little like sunspots or anything like that. Isn't that amazing? You guys, this coverage is no joke. It has a nickname, Liquid Gold. It's so good. Yes, the Glorious Face Primer and the Mattifying Face Primer are very different. The Glorious Face Primer is good for combination skin, and it's kind of like a generic, like normal primer. But the Mattifying Face Primer has a blurring effect to it, so it actually blurs your fine lines and blurs your pores. So to me, I highly recommend the Mattifying. Like in my opinion, they might as well just discontinue the Glorious because that's how much I love the Mattifying Face Primer. How do you get eyeliner to stay put? Setting your face before you put on any eyeliner really helps, and then also make sure your eyes aren't watery at all. Make sure you don't have any like powder in that area is really going to help as well. I know, I'm really excited for things to start getting back in stock too. I know COVID really kind of messed everything up, but things are starting to come back. They're starting to get faster upon arrival and things like that, so we just have to wait it out just like everything else in this day and age right now. Okay, so now I'm going to kind of bump up the coverage. I just went in just with a little bit more, and now I'm going to really fine tune this makeup look using my blending buds. So these blending buds are by Unique. They are so good. They are going to really compress the makeup into place, and they're also going to add a little bit of hydration into our skin, which is going to help the makeup look smoother, softer, less noticeable, not cakey, not heavy, especially if you have dry patches. I have like a dry forehead from being in the sun too much this last weekend. So this is really going to add that really soft and soothing touch. So if you ever feel like your makeup is just not settling right, or it's being super noticeable, or it just doesn't look smooth, the blending buds by Unique, I'm telling you, these are game changers. They really are. They're different from like your everyday beauty blender from Sephora or Walmart or whatever. They are made from a different material, so they compress the makeup differently than if you were to use just like a regular beauty blender. They're a little dense when you get them, but they'll wear down as you use them. And I'm telling you, they make the biggest difference, especially if you have a lot of fine lines, wrinkles, large pores. They really make a huge difference. So we're just going to pop that all over and just kind of blend that out. And it's going to really kind of compress, like I keep saying, the makeup down. So there's not going to be any fine lines or creasing happening. Oh, so much is unavailable. So I know. It is what it is at this point. I don't really know what to say about the out of stock products, but things should be coming back hopefully soon. But a lot of my favorite colors are still in stock, so it shouldn't be an issue. The blending buds seem to list mega. So Jody, I would recommend to kind of this sounds kind of weird, but work faster, kind of bounce quicker, and don't press as hard. Also make sure that they're damp. So you're gonna wring them underneath the water until there's no water left in them. So they'll just feel damp. So now for concealer, I'm using the Skin Perfecting Concealer in the shade Organza, and I just popped that on my under eye, and then I just used whatever's left over on my T-zone. And then now we're gonna take the smaller blending bud, and we are going to blend that in, just like this, underneath the eye, and then on top of the eyelid, and then up and over the nose. So I kind of like blended it out like this in an upside down triangle, which is really gonna help to elongate your eye and make your eye look a lot more open. And then this is also going to help to compress down so we don't have any concealer creating any fine lines underneath our eyes. And it's also going to thin out the concealer, the consistency of the concealer, so it's not going to feel heavy or cakey on our under eye. So that is the coverage. That is just these two products, the Skin Perfecting Concealer and the Liquid Touch Foundation. Isn't that so good? So soft, you guys, and I love the dewy finish. Thank you. Message me and I give you my self-tanner link. Oh my gosh, yes. Women over 40 absolutely can use the Liquid Touch. It's so good. It's so, so good. Yes, for sure. What is the shade up from Organza? Would be the shade Velour. Another presenter said not to use liquid or BB cream if you're over 40. I would say that that presenter doesn't know what she's talking about. No offense. But BB Flawless is a tinted moisturizer. It's really hydrating. It's actually probably the best option if you're if you have mature skin. But I really love mixing the two together, the liquid and the BB Flawless. But I mean, comment if you're over 40 and you use the Liquid Touch and love it. I want to hear it. Comment in the comments if you do. Yes, exactly. That's why I kind of said it is what it is about the out of stock things, because it's not just Unique that's being affected by the out of stock things, the longer shipping. It's everywhere. It's everything. It is what it is right now. So we just have to practice what our mamas taught us. Patience is a virtue. I'm not a patient person either, so I feel your pain. Okay, so now for setting, I'm going to use my Touch Behold Translucent Setting Powder. Now, I popped the cap off mine so I could do this baking technique with it. So for this technique, this is really good if you have really oily skin. It's going to absorb any oils that are pushing against your foundation. This technique is called baking. It's essentially just taking a lot of translucent setting powder and then applying it all over. This is also going to help to prevent any creasing, fine lines. It helps to minimize the appearance of pores. However, it can be kind of drying. Notice how I usually go up and over my nose, but I'm avoiding the top of my nose because it's really dry right now from my sunburn. So I'm going to avoid that area, but you can set that area, or if you have dry skin, you still can set your foundation, your concealer with a pressed powder using a dry beauty blender. Kind of rub it in there and kind of press it on. Would give you the similar effect, just not as drying. Yeah, I love it. I love hearing how much you guys love the products. I think I like the Liquid Touch best out of all the foundation. Only goes when I've tried loose powder. The loose powder is really good too. It is probably one of the less coverage options. So if you're more into like less is more or the whole non-makeup look, the loose powder would be a good option. I actually used that live the other day and I always forget how much I love it. It's really good. If I'm tooling a liquid foundation, what color should I get in the pressed powder? You could go a couple different options. Message me so I can see a selfie of you, Michelle. I think Michelle asked that. Yes, Michelle. Over 15, Liquid Touch BB Floss is better than any foundation I've ever used. I love it. I have tan and I've been using the BB cream to cover some imperfections. I love it. Still tan in the sun through your self-tanner? Yes, you can. Can I just say, oh, thank you, Christy. Got my loose powder foundation yesterday. Yay! What's the difference between tulle and lace? Tulle is going to be lighter and more like pinky undertoned. Lace is more neutral and a little bit darker. So I love it. Yes, absolutely. Amen to that. All right, so now that we have pretty much our basic coverage, now I'm going to use my pressed powder, and this is in the shade Poplin. This is going to be a very neutral pressed powder. It's kind of, if you wear the shades Velour, Taffeta, Lace, Tulle, you can use the shade Poplin for your pressed powder. I'm going to use it on a giant kabuki brush, and I'm just going to apply this all over my neck so it kind of fades into my chest really well. And then I'm going to press this just like this, bounce this off my skin, pounce, 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 all over. And this is not only going to bump up the coverage, making it look a little bit fuller coverage, but it's also going to set my foundation, meaning that it's going to kind of like dry it without making it feel dry. It's going to set it so it's not going to move around, it's not going to crease, it's not going to come off on anything, it's not going to run down my face if I get sweaty or if it's humid outside. This is going to help to absorb that. And the thing about our pressed powders, I'm not saying this for any other company but Unique, but our pressed powders are so silky soft. I can't tell you time and time again how much I rave about it during my lives, because again, another kind of misconception about pressed powder is if I have dry skin or if I have mature skin, I can't use powder at all. That's not true. You need to use the right powder. The right powder is our pressed powders. They're so silky. They are not drying. They don't accentuate your fine lines. They're amazing. I'm going to link my top and my necklace over on my Instagram stories as soon as I get off here. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you do. My name there is Rhea Hope. All right, so now for contouring. I'm going to use the same thing right here, the Mineral Touch Pressed Powder, but in the shade Chenille, which is my favorite color for contouring. It's very similar to the MAC bronzer Give Me Sun. If you've used that one before, it's a little bit similar to that, just not as dark. So I'm going to go from the top of the ear to the corner of the mouth, and I'm just going to use my tapered blusher brush, and I'm just going to kind of carve out those cheekbones. And it's really going to thin out my face, it's going to warm up my complexion, it's going to make my makeup look so much more natural. And it's funny because you think adding more makeup would make you look not as natural, right? This does. So how I always like to explain it is when you're sitting out in the sun is shining on this area, your forehead. It's going to kind of sculpt your face naturally. So when you put on a bunch of liquid and powder foundation, you take away that natural beauty that you have on your face, your natural dimensions of your face. You kind of look a little bit washed out, a little bland. You may kind of look a little ghostly. Even if the foundation matches, you still can look that way. And the reason is because we are meant to have these high and lows in our skin tone. It's natural. So when you start to create that dimension in your skin with your bronzer or your pressed powder that's a darker shade like I'm doing, you give your skin that natural kind of dimension that you would naturally have from the sun or just from being human. So we're going to give that back to our skin. So as you see, I went from top of the ear to the corner of the mouth on this side. I went down the sides of my nose. I did the temples of my forehead and kind of followed my hairline. I went around my jawline on this side. Now I'm going to go around my jawline on this side. Goodbye, double chin. And then now I'm going to pause. I'm actually going to do underneath my lip. Kind of give me that powderier lip. Now the difference between the two. Do you guys see that? I want to see a little thumbs up if you see the difference between the two sides. See how this side's much more chiseled, much more warmer. My makeup seems to look a lot more flowy, more natural. I mean, it looks like I lost 10 pounds on this side rather than this side. It's a little more bland, it's a little rounder. So just a little bit of contouring really changes up the whole makeup look. I have trouble with tones and bronzers. Tammy, message me a selfie. And this goes for all of you. If you have any trouble getting color matched or picking out your makeup or you're not sure what to use, just message me a selfie facing a window and I can give you a full recommendation. And you can message me here on Facebook or Instagram. My Instagram name is Rhea Hope, so you can message me there or you can message me here on Facebook, whichever is easier for you. You can also email me on my website right here, pinned in the comments. This is where you can buy all of the makeup that I'm using, all of the tools right here. RheaHopeBeauty.com is where you can find everything. And I'm going to take my bronzer now, which again is actually a pressed powder. This is the Mineral Touch Pressed Powder in the shade Chenille. And this brush, you guys, I rave about this brush all the time. It is so important to use. It really does do all of the work for you. This is the tapered blusher brush. Tapered blusher brush is so crucial. Do you have a pool? We are building a pool. If I'm tool normally I just received, so for contouring, is that going to be too dark? I don't think that would be too dark. I think that'll work for you. I'm not sure what kind of use. Some of the makeup foundation palette. Carol, message me a selfie facing a window. I would so be happy to help you pick out your goods. Can you tell me what your ink on your comment says? I think it says, it's been so long. I'll like you for always. My sister has the other part from that like childhood story. But on my IGTV on Instagram, I actually have I have a whole IGTV explaining all my tattoos and what they mean. Yes, I do use primer, and that is so crucial. The mattifying face primer I talked about in the beginning of the tutorial is so important. Janice, you would be the shade Honey in the BB Flawless. But if you need any recommendations, you guys, on what colors you are, just message me here on Facebook. The difference between the pressed powders is basically just the undertones. There's not much difference besides the packaging. Question, since the rose gold powder highlight is not in stock right now, would you pearly? Yes, pearly and lustrous are super, super similar. I'm also going to show you another one today. This makeup hammy makes it easy. I swear. I did not go to beauty school. I was a huge tomboy growing up. If I can learn to do this, so can you. And I'm telling you, it's about the tools and the products that you're using. And I'm live almost every single day to help you walk you through this makeup. Now I'm going to do my blush. We're going to do the shade Seductive, and I'm going to take it on the on the regular blusher brush. We're going to smile. And I'm going to tap this product on the apple of my cheek, working up to the hairline. This is one of my favorite colors because it's very, very neutral. It's very matte. It's very soft. It's like a dusty rose. And if you're not like a huge blush girl, or you're a little bit older and you don't want something really loud, this is the color you're going to want. It's the shade Seductive, and it's very, very soft on your skin. Just simply gives you that human flushed color to your skin so you don't look so washed out. So that was the shade Seductive again. And then now we are going to highlight. So now I'm going to take the Touch of the Mode Luminizer in the shade Iridescent, which is like this really gorgeous white highlight. I'm going to take it on this highlight brush. This is from Sephora. It's an 8.6 brush. I'm going to take that on there, and we're going to dust this on the bridge and tip of my nose. And then I'm going to swirl this on the highest parts of my cheekbone. Just like this, and it's going to give you that really gorgeous, dewy, glowy finish. If you love highlight, our highlights are so good. They're so pigmented. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. I'm going to put this on the Cupid's bow. So good. Here we go, but I'm here as always. Oh, you're so sweet, Ashley. Clover's good. I'm 50. Junior daughter, want to comments. Aw, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Yes, and I keep telling you guys, if you need any help, just message me here on Facebook. And also, Unique has a love it guarantee. So if you don't love anything for any reason, you can return it for your money back. I will even help you. My goal is just to make you feel and look your best. If you don't feel and look your best, return it. But I can always help you pick out your products, decide what is best for you, what is best for your skill level, what is best for your comfort level as far as wearing makeup or maybe skincare. Just message me and I'd be so happy to help you. And the thing too that I really pride myself on is this isn't like Sephora. You're not going to message me, I'm going to sell you on a product, and then you're never going to hear from me again. Or I sell you on all this list and then you get home and you're like, what do I do with this again? You can message me, you can ask for help, you can ask for tips, tricks, ideas, all the things. I'm here constantly, every single day doing this. You can always private message me if you don't want to comment it live. So I am here to help you guys. So if you need anything, you holler at your girl. And this is also supporting like me and my family. This isn't some CEO sitting in some big warehouse or building whatever downtown. This is helping like a small family. So it's another reason I get questions like, well, why should I shop with you and not at Sephora? That right there is reason enough, I think. But I really pride myself on helping you guys like to the end until you feel and look your best. And then I'm still here to give you inspiration and ideas of how to use your products in different ways you can. So that is the beauty of what I do, and I really, really love it. It's really fun. Okay, so for brows, I am just throwing on my brows really fast. I'm using my brow pencil in the shade Medium for this. I'm going from the front of my eyebrow and I'm taking it to the arch. My eyebrows are so unruly, you guys. It's not even funny. Can these salons please open? And then I'm following my tear duct straight up, and that's kind of where how I know to cap off my brow. And then I'm going to take the end and then bring it to the rest of the brow. And then take it to the arch. And then color in. So essentially what I do is I just kind of outline and then color in. And then through the tail, I don't overdraw the tail at all. We'll just go right through it. Now if you want your brows to look a little bit more natural and not so like stamped on, we have a product called the Brow Obsession Palette. It's a really great palette for doing your eyebrows more naturally. Comes with 2 powders, 2 highlights, and a pomade. I'll show you guys what it looks like here in a second, but that's a really great option. Now, if you did mess up, I went a little too low on this brow, so what you're going to do is take the spoolie side, and you can just very lightly scratch. Voila, it's gone. But what I was talking about is this guy. The Brow Obsession palette is really, really good. So you get 2 powders, 2 highlights, and the pomade, and this is a really great product if you want your brows to look a little bit more natural. And yes, after I get off my live, I will post in the comments my full product list. I've also listed all of my makeup looks right here on my website. It's on my looks tab, so I just wrote it in the comments. If you can see it here, it'll pop up in a second. I listed my tutorial, my picture, and the full product list, so you can see all 3 things on each photo. So whether you want to see a mom on the go makeup look, a loose powder, a BB cream, stick, I've done it all. I've been doing this for almost 4 years. So there's a lot to choose from there. So I love that option on my website, because if you love the makeup look, you can either click and watch the tutorial, or you can click and literally add to cart. The whole cart, you can remove what you want, you can change the colors. Super easy way to shop. But like I keep saying, if you need any help, holla at your girl. All right, so now I'm taking my eyeliner in the shade Perfect, and I'm just drawing on my waterline. This is one of my absolute favorite eyeliners because it's creamy, it glides on, it stays put, it doesn't build up in my tear duct, it doesn't smudge or smear, and it's like $15. It's actually also on sale in the Kudos, which if you're new, the Kudos is like our monthly deal. Every month it's something different. This month you get any eyeliner. You can choose between the liquid, the pencil, the brow pencil, and you get to choose any mascara, the waterproof, the brown, the regular, the 4D, and then you get to choose any eyeshadow brush. You get to choose literally any eyeshadow brush. Said the same thing twice. And then you get to choose any palettes, any 2 eyeshadows. So you get 2 of these, and you get to pick the color, is what I was trying to say. And you can find that under Kudos, and that's 15 or 20% savings, I forget. But really, really good deal. Yes, I'm going to do that cute little top knot that I did yesterday. I'm going to do that after I get off my live, or after I'm done. But yes, message me, you guys. Message me here on Facebook if you need any help picking out your products. I'm going to give you guys outfit details, my necklace, my top, everything, over on my Instagram story. My Instagram name is Rhea Hope, so make sure you're following me over there. Okay, so now for eyeshadow. I am going to do a really fun kind of like orangey eye, which if you have blue eyes, it's going to be super, super pretty. Says you have free products. Would you like? Yes, thank you, Jenny. Go to account. Yes, you guys are on it. Thank you. Okay, so now I'm going to use this color right here, which is called Witty. It's this really gorgeous matte chocolate. I need more coffee. It's a matte orange color. I'm going to take it on the fluffy crease brush, and we are just going to start to buff this into the crease and the brow bone. Now, whenever I'm doing like a really bright color or a color that I haven't used before, or I don't really know how it's going to look, I always hold my brush like super towards the back. Michelle, message me here on Facebook. Send me a message here on Facebook with a selfie facing a window. Let me know what your skin is like. If you have dry skin, oily skin, if you want full coverage, light coverage, let me know what you're looking for, and I'd be so happy to help give you a recommendation on products to get. What about brown eyes? You can message me and I can give you a recommendation on what eyeshadow colors for what eye color. Today we're going to do blue. Blue eyes are going to be popping, but really it doesn't mean you can't, if you have brown eyes, you can't do this eyeshadow look. That's not like it at all. You can absolutely do it. The kitten is so good. She was on when I started. So when you have your eyes done already with your eyeshadow and the apply mascara and get it on your eyelid, how do you take it off? You'll let your mascara dry, and then you'll scratch it off very, very lightly with like a spoolie end. Tucker, I think he just doesn't care. We've shown them like to each other a few times. Tucker's our French bulldog, and we got a kitten last night. And we've introduced him twice now, and our kitten kind of, her hair stands up, but she doesn't like hiss. And then Tucker just stares at her. He's like, what? And this is the shade Witty. Witty is this color, and it's so pretty. You can also use Lively to get the same look. So once we get that on there, which I'm pretty happy with the outcome of that color, now I'm going to go in with this color right here, which is Gingerly. It's my absolute favorite. For the kudos, you can only pick 2. I mean, you can order as many kudos as you want. But for me, I would choose this color, 1001%. Again, it's the shade Gingerly and is hands down the best eyeshadow color ever. It's so, so good. So we're going to pop that in the corner and then kind of work that into the crease a little bit. I don't want to overpower the orange though, so I'm going to try to stick out here and then work in. Thank you. Hello. Hi guys. How are we? So now we're going with Gingerly in the crease. And then like I said, this is actually on sale on the Kudos. You get to pick any 2 eyeshadows, any mascara, any eyeshadow brush, which I would choose the fluffy crease brush, or the blending brush would be a good one too. But if you need any help picking out what colors or what products to grab, just message me here on Facebook. And then again, you can shop all of the makeup I'm using right here, RheaHopeBeauty.com. You can click that link, or you could just type it into your web browser. But RheaHopeBeauty.com. And if you have any trouble navigating the website, feel free to message me. I have been, like I said, working with this company for over 4 years, over 4 years. So I know all the ins and outs of the website. All right, so now for this part, I'm going to use the liner shader brush, and I'm going to take the liner side, or I'm sorry, the shader side. I'm going to spray it with my setting spray to get it to really like cling on to this color. And then this shade is called Manipulative. Yes, Tucker will not be near the cat poop. Am I in a hurry? No. Do I sound like I'm in a hurry? Sorry. All right, so now I'm going to take this color right here, which is again Manipulative, and I'm going to pop this on the lid. And instead of like swiping it on, I'm going to kind of press, and kind of pounce. You have to make that noise or it doesn't work. Just like that. And this is really, and the reason that we sprayed our brush is to get this color a little bit more poppin', a little more pigmented. And we're just going to pop that right on top just like that. Sorry. Take a deep breath. Yes, this brush is it's one of my favorites. I love it because it's dual end, which we're going to use the other end here in a second. All right, so same thing on this side. Does the colors come in any of the Addiction palettes? No. None of the pressed eyeshadows come in the Addiction palettes. They're completely separate. I talk fast. I think I just don't want to sit here for like an hour or like keep you guys here forever. So that's why I try to hurry a little bit, because I could honestly just sit here and talk to you guys forever. Okay, so now we're just going to keep pressing this color, which again is Manipulative, and we're just going to pat that on until we really like the outcome of the color, which I like it now. And now I'm going to take my fluffy crease brush, and I'm going to grab these colors again, which is Witty and Gingerly, and I'm going to mix those two together, just bounce, bounce, bounce back and forth. And then now I'm just going to very light-handedly go across the crease and then up into the brow bone to kind of just soften that up and just kind of blend it all out. All right, so now that we've done that, now I'm going to take the liner side and I'm going to take Gingerly all by itself, and I'm going to grab that color, and then I'm just going to drag this underneath the lower lash line, and this is going to give it more of that like finished look. Also, shockingly, makes your eyes look bigger when you do this. You'd think it wouldn't because you're putting more darkness around your eye, but it actually makes your eyes look bigger. Hello, thank you so much, you guys. And if you didn't know, you can actually click those 3 dots up here in the right-hand corner to turn on live notifications. That way you'll be alerted when I go live. And then you can also sign up for my text subscribe, which is really easy. All you have to do is text Rhea Hope to the phone number 25456. And I typed it there on the screen so it comes up in the comments. Rhea Hope to 25456, and that will opt you in to receive my texts, which I don't text you every time I go live, just sometimes, but I typically will kind of save texting you for like the big things, like if something got restocked or there's a new sale or something like that. I don't want to bombard you guys. I don't like getting group texts either, which again, it's not a group text, it's just from me, but I don't know. I'm a weird person about my phone. I don't like being on my phone, which is funny because that's what I do for a living. Maybe that's why I don't like it. All right, so I just sweeped away any eyeshadow that may have fallen. And then now I'm going to take my blending bud, and now I'm going to bounce this a little bit heavier of a hand down under my eye to pick up any eyeshadow that may have fallen, but it's also going to clean up this outside corner and just kind of soften that up a little bit, just like that. See how it kind of like brought it up? And then very last thing is I'm going to take my empty blending brush, and I'm just going to rub this along the outer edge to soften the outer edge up, make it look a little bit more melted. Just like so. Okay, so now we're going to set our makeup. Which is so important, you guys. I can't stress enough how important it is to set your makeup with the setting spray. This setting spray is probably one of my most used products in my makeup routine. I use it before I put any makeup on. I use it to set my primer, and I also use it right now to set the foundation. So this is going to add a little bit more of a moisturizing touch into the makeup, so it's going to take away that makeup-y look. It's going to take away that powdery look. It's going to help to prevent transferring. It does so much, and it also kind of revitalizes your makeup. So this is another great option if you've been wearing your makeup for like 8 or 9 hours and you kind of want to freshen it up a little bit. I would add a little powder and then spray with my setting spray, and boom, you'll look like you just did your makeup. So that's another little easy trick. I almost forgot to do this step. I'm going to take my shade Optimistic in my pressed powder, and I'm just going to pop this on the inner corner of my eye. This is a really great eyeshadow color because you can actually also use it for your highlight as well, but it just draws that attention into your inner corner, which will make your eyes look bigger. Okay, so now for lashes. Yes, the makeup brushes are so important. I used to think it was me. I used to think, man, I can't do eyeshadow that well. Like, I suck at it. And it wasn't until I got the Unique eyeshadow brushes that I was like, wow, I don't suck at it. Those brushes suck. It really does make a difference with your tools. Just like the tools of the trade. You get what you pay for, you know? And the makeup brushes by Unique actually last forever. I've had all of the same makeup brushes since I started almost 4 years ago, and I haven't had to replace not one. The only thing I've had to replace are my blending buds, but I only replace those about every 1.5 to 2 years. I'm going to link my top and my necklace over on my Instagram story as soon as I get off here. The brush that I use for Optimistic is called the Crease Brush. Yes, the Unique makeup brushes really do make a difference. You can actually get one basically for free in the Kudos, Kudos, on my website. You get to choose any eyeshadow brush with that collection. Unique brushes are the best. They are. The quad that I used on my eye, so I have in the crease, I have the colors Witty and Gingerly. And then on my eyelid, I have the shade Optimistic. And on the inner corner was the shade, Manipulative is on my lid. And then on the inner corner, I have Optimistic. So Optimistic, Manipulative, Witty, and Gingerly. I'll also post the full product list after I get off in the comments. All right, so now for lashes, I'm using my 4D mascara. The white tube that I used was called the Lash Primer. Just like it's a crime not to prime your face, same goes with your lashes. It helps them to get even longer and fuller and hydrated and stronger. And then the 4D mascara is going to give you that really incredible length and volume. It does so well. It's so good. A lot of the mascaras on the market right now will either give you that really good length, but then it kind of looks spider-leggy, or it gives you that really good volume and your lashes look clumpy. This formula, they nailed on the head. It's so good. And it's so buildable, so you can do as many coats of this as you want, but honestly, 2 coats is the perfect amount for me. And my lashes will literally touch my eyebrows. It's so good. Does primer help the mascara stay on? Yes, it does. It helps it stay on and not flake. Yes, for sure. 4D is hands down the best ever. I totally agree with you. Okay, so now for lips, I'm going to start off with Unique's lip liner in the shade Prudent, which is like my favorite thing ever. This is a really, really great color because it's very neutral. It's very soft. So if you're not like a huge lipstick wearer, this color is really good. Very, very soft on the lips. It's creamy, smudge proof. It's only $15. So I'm going to start with this guy. And we're gonna line our lips. And this is a really great product for helping to keep your lipstick in place so it won't bleed or smudge. And then I'm gonna fill in just a little bit. And this is my favorite lip liner for overdrawing your lips because it's very subtle. Okay. All right, so now that we've filled it in a little bit, so again, that was Prudent lip liner. Now I'm gonna go in with this lipstick. It's by Fenty Beauty. It's the color Plush, I think. Oh no, it's the color Up to No Good. Sorry, it's like the smallest handwriting ever. So this is the color Up to No Good. Message me and I can give you the link to this. But I saw this swatch and I was like, oh my god, I need that color. It's like this really pretty peachy. And this is really creamy. If you have oily lips, I don't think you would like this product, but if you have dry lips, you would. Super pretty. Fun. So again, that was Up to No Good by Fenty Beauty, and you can message me for the link to that. But now I'm going to top it with the lip gloss by Kylie Jenner, and this is in the shade Snatched. Going to do a hair trail? Yes, I'm going to do a hair trail as soon as I'm done with my face. And we're going to pop that right on top. And you can message me for the link to this as well. And there we have it. There's our makeup look. It's a fun orangey vibe, summery. Yes, message me and I can give you the links to the lipsticks. This was Fenty Beauty, what did I say? Up to No Good, and then Snatched in the high gloss. But you can message me, I'll give you links to those. I really miss wearing lipstick. Darn masks, I know, right? Are you going to do a hair trail? Yes, I will do one right now. So as soon as I'm done, I'm going to clean up my little workstation, and then I will be back here live to do a hair tutorial. We're going to do that little cute little top knot, which is perfect for all hair lengths, really. So I hope you tune back in with me in probably like 5 minutes. So I will see you guys here in a second. Let me know if you guys need any help with picking out products. Again, everything is available right here, RheaHopeBeauty.com. The bronzer that I used today is actually a pressed powder. So you're going to go to pressed powder, the section, the foundation section. Look under pressed powders, and the color is chenille. But again, if you need any help picking out makeup, or if you can't find something on the website, just message me and I'll give you the direct link to make it easy for you. So I don't have any problem doing that. So just message me and I would be so happy to help you here on Facebook or on Instagram. My name is Rhea Hope there, and make sure in the top right hand corner you click those 3 dots to turn on live notifications. So I'll see you guys here in like 5 minutes, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye.